Hey guys, and welcome to another episode of the T-Files. Today I'm bringing you a feature of Stagg Electric Guitars. They do the 4 different types, but I'm only going to show you the 3 that we've got currently. So it's the Telecaster copy, the Strat copy, and the Les Paul copy. They do in different colors as well, so we'll get right into it. First off, this is the Telecaster copy that boasts a nice Palawinier wood. So I don't know if you can see in the photo there, video. Very lightweight wood, it's not too heavy, looks pretty. So this is the natural finish, which is quite cool. Works well with the black and the chrome. What you'll also notice in the video is they've got a humbucker in the bridge as opposed to the standard single coil, which is pretty cool. Very versatile sounds and stuff you can get out of it. But the cool feature is it's what they call single coil. So when you pull up the volume, you've got, when you're in bridge position, you've got single coil. Or if you're in the middle position, you've got single like a Telecaster. Telecaster. So it's very versatile, very awesome. Fixed bridge, but string through. So you've got nice resonance and sustain from the actual guitar, which is quite cool. They've also opted for a maple fretboard, so playing is a little bit more smoother. And they've also opted for oxbone neck nuts on all their models as well, which is quite cool. So this particular model's got the skunk stripe, so they've actually put a piece of rosewood right through, which is quite cool. And yeah, all-round construction is pretty good. Quality is fantastic. Pickups are pretty good for the price range. So, I mean, all in all, in a nutshell, not too shabby. So yeah, that's the natural finish. And they do also the other 2 colors, which is just standard black. Also very cool. Black on black with chrome all over. Same concept. String through body, oxbone neck nut, coil tap on the volume, 3-way. So very simple, but very versatile. And the fact that it's so light, it really applies to like anyone who struggles to play for longer than half an hour with these heavy guitars. So very, very cool. I love the satin finish of the maple. Really helps for, you know, shredding. And then the white one is actually what they call translucent white. So if you can see, I don't know, kind of vaguely see the grain of Palawinier coming through the white. So it's like a translucent white, but a deep translucent white, if that makes sense. So same concept here, black on white, coil tap, satin finish neck with skunk stripe. But yeah, the white version, very, very cool. So those are the 3 colors they do in the Tele. Moving on to their vintage Strat copy. Very first thing you'll notice is the wood is alder. It's American alder, which is pretty cool because, I mean, that's really good tone wood for an electric guitar. Again, same concept with the humbucker and the bridge. Also, coil tap on the volume. Standard 5-way selector switch, so you get your Strat sounds, but with a little bit more of a beefier tone from the humbucker on the bridge, which is quite cool. They've also opted for a 2-pivot system, not a 6-screw system, so you can go back and forward if you want with the whammy, which is quite nice, and a bound neck actually, which is quite interesting. So your frets don't tend to get stuck where they're not supposed to and stuff like that. Also oxbone neck nut, satin neck, no skunk stripe on this model, but yeah, rosewood fingerboard, and very, very heavy because the older, but it's got a nice chunky vintage feel to the neck, which is really, really cool for those guys that like it. You know, these modernized necks nowadays on Strat do feel a bit too thin, so you can't do your bar chords or anything as nicely. But yeah, so very nice. Same concept across the board on the other colors. Just show you the other one here. So the only two colors we got is this natural that you saw there, and then the Sunburst. The Sunburst is pure black on the back with the grain where it matters. So same concept, 2-pivot system, coil tap on the volume, humbucker on the bridge, standard 5-way selector, rosewood fingerboard, satin maple neck, and they all come with die-cast machine heads as well, which is quite nice because, you know, these other horrific machine heads tend to need replacing quite quickly on in the playing stage. So very nice, very pretty. So that's the Strat copies. They do one series lower than this. This is the 60 range, and then they do the 30 range as well, which is going to be based off the standard single. And then not Elder, just standard Palawinier wood. Very cool. And then moving on to the Les Pauls. Well, copies, not originals, obviously. So here is where it gets exciting, because not only they only opted for a solid mahogany body, the cap is also mahogany as well. So they've actually opted for a set-in neck. So no bolts, which is quite cool. So they glue the neck in, and they also opt for the single coil coil taps on these models too. But you don't just get one coil tap, you get 2 coil taps. So you've got a coil tap for the neck and coil tap for the bridge as well, with your standard 3-way selector like a Les Paul, and then your just standard master tones as well. So you can get quite a very versatile sound out of this guy than you would out of the Tele and the Strat copies. Being a mahogany body, it's surprisingly light. I guess they're using a different grade of mahogany, but yeah, very cool, chunky neck, but not too chunky. So it's not like those 1959 gold Les Pauls that, you know, you would have to break your shoulder to try and actually play it. But yeah, so they've opted for the cream, not black, which is cool because it just pops a bit more in my opinion. So this is the Sunburst that they call it, vintage Sunburst, but it's not like dark vintage Sunburst. It's got like a nice, what would you say, dark brown honey finish to it. So it's quite cool. You can still see the actual grain through the color, which is quite nice. So very, very cool. They don't have the treble rhythm washer on them, which is, I guess, better because then you can kind of see more of the wood in a way. Anyway, and then this is their black version. So if you don't like the wood finish, you can opt for the classic rock black all the way around with cream, and they've obviously bound the body as well, just on the top and the neck as well. So very, very cool. Again, rosewood fingerboards and coil taps across the board on both pickups. So very, very nice. Resonance, fantastic. Sustain is cool. Pickups aren't, as I say, bad for the level of guitars and the pricing that they're going for. So very, 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 very nice guitars. We are selling quite a lot of them, and I think reason being is they sound fantastic for what you're paying. You know, I mean, if you look at other models out there in the model range and pricing, they tend to be a little bit more expensive. So yeah, for what you're getting, I mean, you don't really have to upgrade much on them. If you really want to, you can do the pots, because, you know, they obviously standard alpha pots. They're not the DiMaggio's. But I mean, when do you get DiMaggio pots on a guitar anyway, unless you're spending 20, 30K? So yeah, I mean, come on guys, let's get real. So in a nutshell, Stagg, really impressed. I mean, we've got some basses as well from them that also superb. So yeah, very worthwhile. I don't know what else you would like me to say. I'm going to demo some models quickly as well, so you can see what they sound like through the amplifier too. Not going to do them justice though with my playing skills, but that's besides the point. So at least you get an idea of the sound. But yeah, very chuffed with these bubbas. They're pretty cool. We do keep stock regularly. So if you would like to purchase one, then you're most welcome to. We have a website in case you haven't noticed. Or you can walk into our delicious store and purchase one yourself. Maybe we'll throw in a plectrum or two. Or 3. Anyways, that's it from me, and enjoy the tones of these guitars, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks so much, guys, and keep it real. And if you like these videos, you're most welcome to subscribe to our YouTube channel or like them on all the other platforms. I think we're on like 5 or 6 platforms now. There's Facebook, X, Instagram, we're even on TikTok. Anyway, have a good one, guys. Chat to you later.